Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the class. Has anybody played with our KV course since the last class?
Well, I did import my contacts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then did you choose for them to separate, or you just uploaded it yourself?
I think we just downloaded the list and then uploaded it to the system, and it went well in the categories.
Okay. And after that, you haven't. Oh. Who hasn't logged into the Mac Center yet?
We haven't.
You guys have?
Yeah,
Have you guys logged in already?
Yeah.
You guys have KV Core? Guess you're good to go. Okay. So if you haven't, just talk to Jeff, and then he'll get you into the Mac Center. Yeah, just email him. His email is jeff@remaxchampions.com, and then he'll set a schedule with you guys, and you guys will be able to get to Mac Center. But you guys can still join the class and then see what the profile is about. So last class, there was an issue with the phone numbers, and we figured it out. So everybody is connected to whatever office you're a part of. So if you're part of West Covina, North Central, Ontario, or here, you guys are basically in a group with the same number. So the issue was last time was if I called that number, it's going to go directly to me, and that's not the case. So the way they did it was they put you by which office you're in, and you guys have all the same number, and it'll rotate to that group of numbers that are in that same number, if that makes sense. So if we all share a number 909-949-0605, and there's 10 agents on that number, then it's going to rotate in those 10 agents. Yeah, so that's the issue. But to work a way around that, if you don't want to purchase the number from them, which is the smart number from them, it's only going to work if you text. So if we have the same number, they would have to text message you Alia or Justin for me to get that lead.
So have to mention your name
in the text message. Yeah, so whatever they text you, and yeah, exactly. So if I have a sign out here like Javier does on Whole Mountain, he has to put the smart number that he received, which is on right here, and I'm Jennifer, so I'm a new lead. I would have to text that number, and I would have to put Jennifer for me to get that lead.
But the consumer doesn't know that.
Exactly. So that's another step for them to do, which doesn't make sense, right? But I think that's what KV Core have. I'm sure they have millions of agents.
But how does that work if you're paying all this marketing, and if you're in a rotation and it lands on somebody who's not doing any marketing? How do you?
Exactly. So you would have to. The agent that they receive will hopefully be like.
There's no hopefully with agent.
No,
Okay, so-
it's hard. So
Yeah.
we have to buy our own number.
Yeah. So
Basically.
that's what I suggest to do is to get your own number, so that it goes to your system. But if you don't want to purchase that number, then you would have to do it that way by having them text that number, or trust your fellow real estate agent and.
Did you say trust?
What specify on the sign? Text.
I need.
Yeah, but it's harder
Don't-
for the consumer to be like, okay, I'm gonna text, right? I'd rather,
Yeah.
if I see a number out on the street, I'm gonna call it instead of text if I'm really intrigued, right?
Yeah.
And that's their workaway around for having so many agents on this platform, is they did it by that group.
So if you get like a Google number and you use that, it cannot be integrated into KV Core?
No.
Has to be his own.
Yeah.
Do you know the value? I mean,
Yeah.
What's the cost?
It's monthly.
Another cost, huh?
Another cost.
Yeah.
This
Like
is
if we don't pay too
obvious.
much already.
Yeah.
So if I get started, I think it was, hold on.
Where do I go?
You can pick your area code.
Yeah. How do I get to that page that you were on?
So you go on to marketing.
Market.
Oh, I'm sorry. Marketplace. I'm sorry. Marketplace. And then if you scroll down, it says smart number. and then you just click learn more. Oh, it's $27 per month. But yeah, that's like the issue with having that. So if you go another route, right, and you create, say, you buy KV Core on your own without having Remax, then you can get a Google number because you're gonna pay that monthly. Expensive. So it's another route. So there's a cost somewhere. But if you do end up paying the $27 a month, please market the number. Don't just keep the number, yeah. Because then you want to get an ROI, right?
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that's just one. You only need one, right? Basically, to fill out the year. Yeah. You just need one sale or one to return it.
Right.
So do you know in particular how Javier does it? Because he has a number for buyer leads and he has a number for seller because he got different numbers for different marketing pieces.
Yep.
So like in his case, how do you integrate it?
So he built his CRM from scratch. So he uses Chime. He has like 2 different programs that he connects all of them together. It's basically KV Core in one, right? But he did it manually before CRMs were a thing. So he's been doing this for years.
Got it.
But he basically has like that number. Have you seen the signs on mine?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, so he has signs, and his sign is like you can buy a house as low as $1,500 a month. That's his marketing campaign right now. But that number is specific to that campaign. So it's a Google number. So he uses Google or Chime. I think he makes Chime. Well, he's both.
They go to Chime.
Yeah. So let's say he creates a Google number. That Google specific campaign for that $1,500 to buy a home. That's all you need. That number, he knows that number is coming from that sign. And then it'll go through his system, and then it'll do the text messages, it'll do the automation, and then I think from the second or third time I think he told me, he'll know if it's hot or not. Because he'll get random numbers all the time, right? But then he wants his new lead to go through this automation to make sure it's hot. Because if he picks up every single call from that, and he's not gonna be able to filter through those numbers. So that's what basically KV Core is, the same thing that he's built with his CRM. It's just now it's KV Core. Yeah. And then say like if you have a campaign in Long Beach and you have a specific campaign that you want to run and you have signs or door handles or you were like, you will have a specific number for that as well.
And if you want to have different numbers, then you have to buy different lines, and it can be integrated into this.
It's basically you're building. All of this comes full circle. It's like an ecosystem, right? Phone, email, text, and you're trying to keep them engaged with your ecosystem. And that's how you can tell if it's a hot lead because if you answer every single call.
Yeah, so how do you determine if the person keeps calling or they go through channels to?
So let's say I text that number and automation's gonna text me, right? And I put that person. So off the bat, if it's a new lead, KV Core is gonna put them as a new lead. And in the system here, in Smart Campaigns, it'll show me step by step what this person is gonna do, right? They have every single campaign for every single customer, right? A new lead, an active lead. It tells you all right here on the left side. So let's say, since we're all about new leads, new lead buyer, I'll click into this. So I text Jennifer. I did all the whole thing. I said, I texted Jennifer the email or the text message. I got her number off the street. I texted her and it says Jennifer. Boom, it goes into the system. And it'll tell me right here, a new lead text will be sent out to that new lead, right? Automatically. And this one says, send or text email with properties in the area, right? And then it'll go down this list here. Day 1, day 2, day 2, day 3, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. So there's a whole entire campaign.
It does it automatically.
Exactly.
And they pull the data from MLS or
So whatever that new lead is doing, it's gonna be on your dashboard here, right? So this looks different. It's not gonna look like yours. This is Jennifer's account, so it looks. She sees everybody's stuff. So right here it says there's a new buyer right here. It says right here, new buyer requested a showing. There's a renter, new lead. The list goes on and on. And this system, when you go onto your dashboard, is telling you what is happening with that lead at that moment, or it will remind you, hey, call this person, check in, see what they need, make sure that they're engaged. But they're gonna get all of those. They're gonna get all of these, right? All the way up to day 270. Let's say, hopefully it's not that long for them to buy a home, right? We don't want that. So hopefully by the day 30, you're pretty much, you found a home, hopefully in this market.
Okay. Is Remax going to be still getting leads to us? You know how before they would randomly.
They're doing that now through KV Core. So when it first happened, when I barely logged into the system day one, there was already leads coming from Remax. See right here, it says new lead, and the source says remax.com. That's from Remax. They should be in your system if they end up calling you. So what happens is, I think it's a rotation. I don't know exactly how they do it, but I'm thinking it's a rotation, or whoever is available and picks it up right away. So that's why I was telling you guys to make sure your profiles are all set up, because I don't know
You
how.
have to be logged in the morning, so it's just
Yeah, you
easy.
check it.
But before it used to come in a format of an email.
Oh, is it Boosh?
Yes. So are we not being notified now anymore?
It might be your Remax email. Yeah, because they completely changed out their system.
Yeah, because I don't get anything.
Yeah, they completely changed out their system.
Before I used to.
Yeah, because everybody has a Remax email, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have one.
Yeah.
Maybe if you go into your Remax email, you might be able to forward that email to your email account that you have.
I do.
Oh,
I
you
have that
do?
set up. Yeah.
Nothing. Wow, interesting. But yeah, I don't know how Remax themselves are giving out the leads, but I do see them coming in. But I'm not sure how they're distributing it to the agents. But it's good to always have your profile set up, anyways. Any questions on the phone number before?
So the moral of the story is that we need to get on.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Or just tell everybody the phone number doesn't work, and then you just keep the phone number.
Oh,
No, I'm just
right.
kidding. I'm just kidding. No, don't do that. Yeah, so phone numbers is basically, you would probably have to pay monthly, is my suggestion.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you can't afford the $27 a month, then I would do the text messages of text me Alia, and then the automation will go. But the whole thing with a CRM is automation, okay? Because you want to make sure your lead is hot. That's pretty much. And today we're going to talk about, so I talked about phone numbers, we're going to talk about squeeze pages and landing pages. Squeeze pages, yeah. So if you go into your lead gen area, there is a landing page and there's an IDX squeeze page. So a landing page is basically where the consumer or your lead will end up going there and fill out their information about a certain task you want them to do. Either watch a video, a listing, whatever it is you want for that landing page. A squeeze page is trying to get their business, basically showing them something about their property, about the area, and you're squeezing them into your funnel to grab their information. So when you get to your landing page, you have to select a domain. As I said, this is Jennifer's, so she sees everybody's. But I'm going to pick jenniferpuglisi.remax.com. Before I do this, I forgot to mention, is anybody going to use a vanity domain?
What's a vanity?
So vanity domain is basically aliagarcia.com that forwards to aliagarcia.remax.com.
Yes,
That's what you want to end up doing?
that's what I have.
Okay, perfect. That's a vanity domain. So you're basically hiding the Remax URL that was given to you by using your own domain. And if you want to purchase your own domain, you just go back to the marketplace here. Vanity domain.
What about if you already have your own domain? Can you use it or no?
You can.
Okay.
Oh, right here.
If you want to purchase something like an extra add-on, is it?
So yeah, vanity domain, you can get it from them. You can add it on, or say if you have GoDaddy or a third-party domain purchaser, you can contact them and they can give you specific domain codes to put into your domain third party. It's up to you how you want to work it. Does that make sense, everybody? I know it sounds strange. So yeah, so if you want your own website to go straight to the CRM, then you can do that. It's possible. I suggest it, but you don't have to. Just give it that little professional touch, and then your branding yourself will have that. Like I mentioned in the last class, you can have a fully customizable website if you would like, and they offer those services, but obviously with a fee. It's right here. And you can make it beautiful as what you want, and you don't have to get the generic website like this one. But you still get a website, so which is cool. Okay, so we're moving on to landing pages and squeeze pages. So if we're doing a landing page, it's customizable to an extent. So whatever KV Core figured out to make it this way is how they tested their testing and make sure that it was straight to the point and you didn't have extra stuff on it.
Sorry, how do I go to landing pages?
Sure, it's under lead engine. Do you have the same screen on mine?
It looks different, yeah. Check the computer, I mean. Yeah. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, because this one's like shorter, so you can just touch it.
Got it. Okay.
But if you actually click on just this one, oh sorry, they'll go to just that.
No, como hacerlo nosotros, ¿cachai? Pero
Yeah, of course.
después
Everybody, lead engine? Everybody good? Okay. So when you want to either do a landing page or a squeeze page, you would have to make sure you click the domain that you're choosing. Okay. So obviously I'm Jennifer. I'm picking jennifer.remax.com. So this logo can be changed. It can be your logo. So whatever you have the logo on your profile, that's the logo that's going to be there. But you can also take that out if you don't want a logo. On this left side, that drop-down menu is basically telling what type of landing page you would like. So if you want a lead generation, it'll change it to a lead generation. Video view, you can make it have a video on there. Video plus lead. And you can pick the lead type: renter, agent, vendor. Contact hijack.
Can you show one of the ones?
I created.
Yes.
Oh, so this is basically it.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll show you where all the buttons are, and then we can create one. So hashtags. So hashtags in a CRM helps you distinguish what this is, right? So let's say I am going to create a landing page to get me leads for first-time home buyers, right? I would create, and I know my system beforehand, I already have a first-time home buyers hashtag in my KV Core, right? So I would use first-time home buyer. So now I would know that list, this landing page, if anybody goes to it, I know it came from that landing page, right? As we talked about with phone numbers, same thing with the internet. I'm trying to, right? So I'll be like, okay, let's say first-time home buyer website, and then I'll put the date. I don't know.
So you gotta label your.
Yeah, it's basically a label. Because once it starts, like you get deeper and deeper into your CRM, how do you gonna know what is what?
Which one,
right?
yeah.
Like it's gonna. Oh, are you a seller? Are you a buyer? Are you trying to rent? Like what are you trying to do, right? So now it's notes basically for yourself to make sure that everything is organized to what you want it to be. Because then it'll just be chaos for you guys, and then you're not gonna like the CRM anymore. You'll be like, I can't figure it out. So it's everything to keep everything organized. It's better for you in the long run. So I'm making this landing page. So I'm gonna create this hashtag first time home buyer website 330, and that'll be my hashtag for this specific landing page. So I did a lead generation.
Did you do anything on the submit button text? No, right?
No.
What would that be for?
So it's like this. See the list now? It'll be the submit button. It could be like, you can change it to anything. Let's say a text lead. It's like, I wouldn't, requiring a phone number, would you give your phone number out if you got a pop-up box like this? No, right? Would you? Would you guys, would you?
No,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't personally, but
Yeah, so they recommend, KV Core recommends not to do this.
require phone? Oh, I see.
Yeah, they rather you do the email. Email is still the number one communication in businesses. So, I mean, with everybody too. Like everybody checks their
So
emails.
how do you require an email?
No, you have to require it. It's like for you, they're gonna basically make an account with your website. So this landing page will end up. So when I save it, I'll show you guys right now. Once we're done with like going through the tools, I'll save it and then I'll show you where it actually goes and what happens. Don't require a phone number. You can change the background to whatever you want. They have some stuff on here already, like open house. You can have a house on here. You can have a custom background, so you can put anything you want in here. There's a garden shed. Depending on what you are creating a landing page for, it can match to whatever you want it to be. Okay, so let's say I don't want my logo. Oh no. Honey. So now I was telling you earlier, like it's fully customizable to a certain point, right? So I can't just change this picture of this logo. This is the logo that's connected to your profile, and then it'll always be the logo. But if I don't want that logo, I'll just double click this. And it'll ask me, remove this page element to compliance with some of the MLS services. If I double click that and remove that, you can't bring it back, and you would have to create a new landing page. So that's where,
Would the new landing page have the same logo?
yes. So everything will be back to normal, what it looks like now, if you create a new one.
So then how do you replace the logo?
You'll have to go to your profile and do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's reading basically off your profile. So whatever. So if it's, I know you have a beautiful logo because your designer is awesome, but
Yes. So yes, in my case, then can I have two logos? Or do I need to incorporate the Remax into my personal logo?
yeah,
I would have to do that.
yeah.
So you got
We don't
more
need
copy.
to. So you don't need to in your case because you want because I know you're on this whole branding thing where you're trying to keep it the same.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that because your website is gonna tell them that you are Remax champion.
Can I have two logos
You can have
in the landing page?
Oh, on the landing
Like
page.
Remax
Together?
and then mine here.
Oh yeah, you can. So you eliminate. I guess you're saying. So you can eliminate just having one of them on there. You want both on there
Yeah.
without deleting. I got
Yes.
you. Yeah. Yes, you can.
So for example, like the Remax, I would like it to make it a circle, you know,
Mm-hmm.
instead of the square.
Yeah.
Can I modify that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. So if I delete this, say if I want to delete this, it's gone. But now, oh man, I wanted that logo on there. So now you have to go back, create a new landing page. You can create as many landing pages as you want. It could be a specific open house. It could be a single house. It can be Mother Waters. It can be whatever it is. It can be created as many times as you want. But once it's deleted off of this one you're currently working on, you cannot put it back. These texts are customizable. You can change these texts. I don't know, I'm just putting something random. So it depends on what type of,
Oh, yes. If we want G.
yeah, so, and it changes, yeah, and it changes.
Video view, okay.
Um,
Oh, I just captured.
this is customizable. This is customizable. But remember, once I double tap, it's gone. So you just have to make sure that you put the information that you want it to have. Just like that.
Oh, okay, the cell phone says option. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, it says optional. And then, so if I save this and say like we're done, we like this. You save it. Now my landing page is connected. Now you can share this on here, the top left, and you can share this on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest.
Right.
But you can also create a QR code with this, get this link, and then you can advertise it.
Can you add this landing page to your website?
That what is I was trying to figure out, and I don't think we can.
Oh, so that
Yeah.
because these are single pages that you're having to, so you can.
Yeah, it still says jenniferpleasegc.com/ask and then whatever it is, but you won't be able to request it on here.
So before we could, remember before through Bush, we can have our website and we can add pages.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do that anymore.
You can. So on here, it would be. Everything's an add-on here.
And it costs.
Yeah, some of it is and some of it is not. And that's how they get you on here.
Because before we could add pages without having to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. I'll look into it more. I was
You remember what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. You can add it like so that right here it could be like Mother of Waters, and I could click on there.
Correct.
Yeah. I'll look into it more, and then maybe we could do that in the next class. But I would it doesn't make sense. I was trying to figure it out before this class, but I was stuck on the lead engine. But yes, I will look into that, and I will make sure that you guys, if we're able to add more tabs, because I know that would be awesome, because then you can do a specific house or a specific.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we have an open house or we have a.
So same thing. Okay, we'll talk about squeeze pages.
Okay.
I'll get the answer for you. I promise. So a squeeze page, same thing. You would have to pick the domain you are, but this one's cool. I like this one a lot. It's because you can create a link basically leading back to your website, and it will have to make them create an account to even see what they want to see. So there's you can do multi-property, sold multi-property, single property, a seller squeeze, or a market report. So everything is created for that specific place that you want it to go to, right? So if it's say Upland, California, I want to do a market report, it'll create a squeeze page for Upland, and it'll take them to their website, and they can see everything on your website without you having to do a landing page for a market report.
By itself.
By itself, yeah. So let's say you met a potential lead at the grocery store, and you're like, oh, you're a realtor. I want to know what my area, how much homes are selling. Oh, no problem. Go back to the computer, create whatever city he's from or she, fill in all of these, and it'll generate a link, and you can automatically text that person, hey, here's the market report. But now, the cool thing about that is they would have to create an account on your website, your Remax.net website, and now you capture the information without even asking for the information right there, except their phone number maybe. But now you have their email. Now your automation system is going to continue to keep them engaged with you, and hopefully sell or buy with that.
Can we see what a sample of a squeeze page?
Yeah, so we'll create one right now. I'll do the whole step. Upland, California.
Can we do multiple cities?
Yeah, you can do as many cities as you want on there. So hashtags. So let's say So if I put Upland, it should pop up internet stuff. It should pop up the city here. Just put Rancho.
It takes a minute to.
Yeah, this. I think the internet is just not good here. There it is. So city. Oh. Are you doing it on your end too, Alia?
I got my cities.
Yeah, I don't know why mine's not working. Oh, there it is. Area. So generate a link. So there's a long version and there's a short version. You can copy this link. I'll do the short version.
What
Doesn't
did
matter.
you put on your listing type?
Oh, I'm on market report. Which one are you on?
Oh,
No, you're fine. Oh, listing type.
oh,
There's options sold, multi property, single property, seller squeeze, market report.
what is multi-property?
I'm assuming like a apartment complex, maybe?
Oh, okay. So that's
Yep.
got it. Oh, sure.
Duplex or triplex?
So this is
I think so because this is my missing ID or address. So this is if I wanna search just one property, and if I wanna do multiple properties.
yeah. So let's say you're like farming an area and you have a listing in that certain area, and you want to create. It's basically an ad, right? You're gonna share into your Facebook, your Instagram, and it's a link that's on there. It's just basically helping with your marketing and capture leads. So I'm selling 121 South Mountain Avenue. I want to create a single property, and I want to get attraction on it, and I want to share it through Facebook, and now it's creating a link where they can go for people that are interested and capture their information, so that your CRM is continually engaging with that person. Because there's a campaign for every single customer, right? Active buyer, new lead, and the CRM, KV Core, knows what type of product you're creating in their system, so it's gonna know what campaign to put them in. So that's where the automation comes in. And
You buy the leads, you put
yeah,
it
so the most important thing about a CRM is you need to capture their information with their consent. If they don't give you their consent, then it's like problems. But that's the whole point of the CRM, and helping you be automated with them without even talking to them. That's the whole point. So if I click this link, I copy it, I go here. It goes to my website, but now I have to create an account, right?
Okay.
And then it'll take me into the market report for Rancho Cucamonga. So let's do it.
So you're looking at as a consumer?
As a consumer, yeah. Cell number will be your password. Wait. Oh, I see.
Jennifer's taking all of your information right now.
I know, she already has it. So now it gives me a market report for that Rancho Cucamonga, currently. So I know what's happening in Rancho. And now Jennifer is gonna contact me because I put my information in there. Now I'm gonna get automation actually, and now I'm gonna check my email. I'm gonna get a bunch of automation stuff.
That's one of the agents.
Yeah. But yeah, so it gives you a market report, which is cool. I think this is an awesome tool for you guys and for the consumer, because they'll get the report that they want and you'll capture their information without knowingly, right?
So what are we doing with, so, I'm trying to understand what this is. So it generates a link, and that's the link that we market, or that we send via text message, or email?
However you want to market it. So you have a huge campaign, right? Let's say you're farming an area. You have a listing in that area, or you want to farm that area, and you want to give market reports to every single person in that area, right? I honestly get it at my house. I get a bunch of these like flyers basically telling me the market report of my area where I live in, right? I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna want it. But I know someone said this last year, like, what if it was just a QR code? Right? And everybody's scanning it's just a single QR code.
So curiosity.
Yeah. So I'm gonna scan that, right?
And it goes straight to me.
And it goes straight to you, right? Oh, learn the market report for your house right now. So if you took the time to actually scan that code without knowing what it is, then you have time to fill in your information into the system. So you can use it in so many ways. Say you have a open house, you can put the open house information on there, create another QR code, create a campaign for that, and then people, there's so many ways you can use squeeze page.
Can we use the squeeze page for buyers that we're working with? How?
So they have a specific house that they like.
Yeah, like we have a specific budget and we have specific cities, specific bedroom.
And now you create a whole entire squeeze page for them. A report, squeeze page.
So how do I get that report?
This report? This is market reports on your squeeze page section.
So in my squeeze page for multi-property,
So go scroll up. Right, it says market report right there.
oh,
You can pick the city where you want a market report for.
oh,
It can be a specific zip
Got
code.
it.
It can be,
That's what you did right now.
and that's what I did right now. So I created that link, and it took me here, but I needed to put my email.
to be able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the moment he put their email is authorizing.
Yeah,
us
exactly.
to get all the,
Exactly. Now that person authorized for
get
them
all
to
the.
go on your
data.
website.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now Jennifer has my information. And the cool thing about this was the password was their phone number.
Wow. We're like.
Yeah. So your phone number's in the system without you knowing that it's in the system, right?
Catch a fish.
Yeah, exactly. But as a customer, like if I want to know that market report for that area, I already clicked that button, I scanned the QR code, I did all of these steps. That means they're very, very interested. That's basically the system in itself, right? If I went through all of those steps just to get my market report, now you can tell by the time they they create an account with you, they're pretty serious, right?
The prospect is doing everything.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah,
Nothing.
exactly.
Everything.
All you're doing is marketing it, right? Facebook, Instagram, you're creating signs, you're creating flyers, you're door knocking. There's so many creative ways that you can market yourself and help the CRM help you.
And $29 a month for a number, I mean, just to help my own.
What's
Otherwise
that?
I'll be working for,
Yeah.
I'll get investment.
Any questions on the squeeze pages?
No.
You wanna do we can do another squeeze page, to be honest.
This is perfect. I'm new, so this is perfect. I don't get to get all stressed out of it. I'm getting confused when she's saying some. This is more clear for me. Yes.
You guys have a listing right now for a single property? So if you're prospecting, they give you so many tools in here. Obviously you have to pay for it. Like property boost, get seller leads. There's a bunch of different ways to do that. But you also can door knock and send them straight to your website that they created for you. And you can do it that way, try to get prospects that way. As long as they go into your CRM to make it easier, to be honest.
Big break my head.
Right off the bat though, it already, like if you don't know anything right off the bat, the system that you get out of the box, it's a good system because they have everything turned on already. And then once you start mastering it, then you can fine tune it and talk like how you talk. So just a little step by step, and it'll work for you.
It's just getting started.
Exactly.
But the most important thing, buy my phone.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you guys for coming, and we're here if you guys have any questions. Okay.
Yes, thank you.